Hello everyone, it's Rachel. Welcome to my channel and to today's video where we are going to be doing another pregnancy update. It's been about a month or so since my last pregnancy update, so I felt it was about time to update you guys on everything that's been going on with baby number 2. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So I'm just going to start off by reading the little blurb they have about baby's development for this week, which I'm 21 weeks now. I'm using the Pregnancy Plus app, by the way. Your baby weighs around 1 pound now, even if you're having twins. Movements of your baby are deliberate and with purpose as your little one learns motor skills and coordination. Even though hair is growing on your baby's head, the color will be white as the pigment has not yet developed. Your baby's skin is wrinkled and is of a pinkish red color, but still translucent. The limbs are proportionate, but your baby is still very thin, weighing approximately 1/7 of the final weight at birth. Your baby's brain is beginning to have a period of rapid growth and development. On to how I have been doing, symptoms I've been having, stuff like that. During the first trimester, as I mentioned in my previous update, which I will link down below if you guys have not seen that yet, so you can get all caught up on first trimester and my last update. But I mentioned that in the first trimester, I was dealing with a lot more fatigue than my previous pregnancy, just because having to deal with another baby while being pregnant, it's just a bit different. And I think in my last update, I said that I was having more energy again, if I remember right. So my energy levels are they're still pretty good, still pretty high. I don't have any problems functioning, getting through the day. I don't really need to nap or anything like that. But I do find that I tend to crash a bit in the evening around dinner time or shortly after, especially on busy days. If it hasn't been too much of a crazy day, then I'll be fine in the evening. But I've noticed some days where just around dinner time, I'm just exhausted. There's been a couple times after dinner where I actually have to go lie down just because I'm feeling so burnt out. It's like 7:30 and I'm like, I just want to go to bed. But for the most part, my energy is still pretty good and high, which is nice because I have a 1-year-old son I have to keep an eye on, deal with throughout the day, and then there's household things I have to do. So it's really nice that I still have the energy to be able to keep up with it all. I am still dealing with the stuffed runny nose. I think I said in my last update I thought it was allergies. I'm pretty sure it's just a pregnancy thing now, just because we've moved from spring and summer into fall and it hasn't changed. And if it was allergies, it probably would have started to like decrease. I know I have a pollen allergy and that is never as much of an issue in the winter, but it hasn't really changed much. And there are some days that are still really bad. Like I feel like I have a bad cold and then the next day I'm fine. My nose will just be a bit stuffed, but it's like not runny at all. It's just so like up and down all over the place, and I'm pretty convinced at this point it is not allergies and just a pregnancy thing, which is a little bit annoying because it does drive me crazy. I hate how much I have to like blow my nose and how I just can't breathe properly through my nose and I always sound like I'm a little bit stuffed. But oh well, looks like that's here to stay for the next couple months until baby comes. I'm really looking forward to having that gone once baby is here. I am starting to pee very frequently. This is something I remember with my first pregnancy with Tobias. I was peeing a lot. I'm having to get up in the middle of the night to pee, which I had to do with him as well. So the baby is starting to press on my bladder a little bit and I have less room than I did before. So more trips to the bathroom. And I remember with my last pregnancy, and I think this has happened just a couple times, not too much yet, but I remember with Tobias, there would be some times when I'd go to the bathroom, I'd come back, and I'd feel like I had to pee again when I just went. I think that's happened like once or twice, and I think that's like the worst because I just peed and yet going back to the bathroom for another trip. I think one of the most exciting symptoms I've been having is I've been feeling movement. I think this started a couple weeks ago. I think when I was around 18 weeks is when I started feeling the first few little kicks. They're getting a little bit stronger. This baby is definitely a lot less squirmy than Tobias was. He was constantly moving and just doing all kinds of crazy things in the womb. I could tell he was just very energetic. He was always moving. When I had my ultrasound with him, the technician had a little bit of trouble finding out the gender and stuff because he just would not hold still. And this baby is very different. This baby is very quiet. It like hardly moved during the ultrasound at all. It has moments where it's a bit squirmy, but overall it is a much quieter baby, a much more chill baby, I guess. I don't know. We'll see if that's what they actually are when they're born. But so far this baby is a lot less active than Tobias was. So I'm now into maternity clothes. I mean, I'm still wearing like my regular tops and stuff because those all still fit. They kind of fit a little bit funny. I'm not really a huge fan of the, having the shirt kind of like just hang straight down over the belly. I don't really like that look. So sometimes I'll like knot the top so it like shows the belly a little bit better and it just looks a little bit nicer. But I am in maternity pants. I can't wear any of my regular pants anymore. For the most part, I'm just wearing oversized long sweaters like these, which are really cozy in this wintry weather or fall weather. But my wardrobe has definitely shrunk a lot. Dresses, I can still fit my dresses because dresses I have are more like kind of like shift dresses. Like they're just very straight, not form-fitting or anything like that. And I have one that's a bit more flowy, so that one will fit me maybe through most of the pregnancy. It's not a very wintry dress though, and it might start to get a little bit short. I'm not really having an issue with dresses yet, or tops, just pants. I do not fit any of my regular pants anymore. I am hoping to add a couple more maternity pieces to my wardrobe, but I don't want to get too many just because I don't find I need a huge wardrobe during pregnancy. I just want to have a couple outfits that I feel comfortable in. I might be adding just like 1 or 2 more pieces, but not adding a whole lot more. I'm also using a pregnancy pillow, which would be on my bed here, but I've gone and I'm washing the cover right now, so it is over in a corner. And I will leave a link for it down below. I am loving it. It has been so nice. When I was pregnant with Tobias, I just used an assortment of different pillows we had. I had a larger one for my back and then a couple small ones for my belly in between my knees, but it was just annoying how every time I wanted to flip, I had to like rearrange everything, and that was just, it was too much. So this time I decided to bite the bullet and get a pregnancy pillow, and I'm so glad I did because it has been so nice. It is so comfortable. I was a little worried because there are a couple reviews that were saying like, oh, it like bunches up. There's no support like between your knees or something. I have not found that to be an issue. It is working great for me and I love it. So as I mentioned just a little while ago, I have had my 20-week ultrasound. I had it when I was 18 and a half weeks pregnant, but I have had that. Everything looks good. There was no concerns or anything that the technician or the midwife found with it. They said baby's looking really good and the placenta and everything is where it needs to be. There doesn't seem to be any complications or concerns. We are not finding out the gender of this baby. We wanted to keep it a surprise. So we do not know. We did not find out what the gender of this baby is, but I'm really looking forward to labor and getting to find out if this is a he or a she. I also had another midwife appointment a couple weeks ago. It was shortly after my ultrasounds, probably like 2 weeks ago or something. And they just went over a couple more things, had me ask any questions, checked the heartbeat. I think it was, I can't remember if it was 145 or 155. I don't remember, but she said it was good. And she took my blood pressure as well, which she said was a little bit low, but not a huge concern or anything. So the only thing with that is that I have to be careful getting up too fast because I can get dizzy, but otherwise it's not really a concern. I think at my next appointment, that's when they're gonna start seeing me a little bit more regularly, because right now I'm going in every 5 to 6 weeks or so. I've had 3 appointments so far, and I've met 3 of the 4 midwives there. So I think my next appointment, I meet the other midwife that I have not met. So that's nice that I've been able to get through all of them so quickly. And then after that, it'll just be whoever's available because at least I've met them all. Yeah, so everything is going really well so far. Baby is looking really good and healthy. I'm doing really well. Tobias still has no idea what's going on really. So I think he's probably noticing something is different just because, actually this is something I kind of forgot to mention, but I find like just holding him for long periods of time is getting a lot harder than it used to be because he's sitting right on my belly area and getting a little bit bigger and he's kind of pressing on it, and it's just carrying the weight is harder than it used to be. So he probably notices some things are off, but yeah, he's only a year, so he doesn't understand what's going on yet, and he probably won't until right before, if not after, the baby is born. So I guess all that's left to do is just to show you the bump, how I am looking now at 21 weeks. Alrighty, so this is how I am looking. Belly button still hanging out there. It definitely popped a lot earlier than last time. Yeah. I feel like I'm about the same size as I was with Tobias. I don't really feel like I'm a whole lot bigger or smaller or anything. I mean, I'd have to see pictures to really compare, but I don't feel like there's a huge difference right now. But that is how I'm looking for 21 weeks. Thank you guys so much for watching and for being here. I hope you enjoyed this video, getting up to speed on baby number 2 and how I'm doing with this second pregnancy. If you like this video, be sure to leave it a thumbs up. And if you have not already, be sure to hit that subscribe button so you can stay up to date with more baby updates and baby related videos and just vlogs of the pregnancy. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!